and not piss anyone off too much. Apart from the use-its bailiff. But that's a different matter. But there's spiteful tongues everywhere. Well, you know how it is. And they complained about me to the man up above.
What? Him?
No! The bishop!
And then they kicked me out, saying I was a disgrace to the parish.
What disgrace? A man has to enjoy himself from time to time. They couldn't just kick you out for nothing, though.
Let me make it clear. I am the very paradigm of Christianity. But the church has more priests and parishes. So all it took was a bit of spiteful gossip. And then someone else got my parish.
Aye. Folk can...
So actually, it suited me fine when Anush and Radzig's boys went missing, and I could hit the road to look for them. My nag Bibiana is happy to stretch her legs a bit finally. She's so unused to it. When I tied her up by the gate here, she nearly gave me a...
What boys are you looking for?
It's no secret. I need to find them. So I'll be glad. It's these two young fellas that recently set off for Trotsky with a letter and haven't come back. One's a blue-blooded fledgling and the other's a smart-ass smith. Does that ring a bell?
Oh, sucker. Everyone who was at the Semine wedding knows them two. They caused such a ruckus that they was nabbed and locked up in Trotsky.
Well, I never. I'll go straight there then.
Well, Father, the thing is, a big force left the castle this morning. They were ambushed in the ravine near the Barkov Mill. A terrible massacre. Folks say all hell broke loose there.
Folks do like talking about hell.
Seriously. I heard the Trotsky Chamberlain himself copped it, and his whole company with him. And most likely...
What? Who's that? You said they were locked up.
Annie and Kuba from the Barkov Mill saw it. They managed to get away when it all started, and I think they said they saw them two there and all. Ask them yourself if you want. They're in the barn round the back. Kuba took a hammering, but he's well enough.
They could be mistaken though, couldn't they?
Well, if you want to be sure, you can go and see for yourself. From the inn, follow the road east till you get to a big crossroads. And at the chapel there, head down. Oh, by all accounts, them bodies are still lying there.
Surely not all of them. Those two lads are... Thank you, in any case. I'll go and...
Hope dies last. I'm sorry I haven't safe travel.
God bless you.
I bought a lovely yew bow the other day for a great price. Didn't you hear that the king himself announced that
Oh, God. It hurts like hell.
God be with you. I need to ask you...
Me? Like what?
What happened to you?
An awful disaster. Our mill was like suddenly in the middle of a battlefield. In the evening, some men burst in on us, herded us into the barn and wouldn't let anyone out. And then, in the morning, the ravine suddenly turned into hell itself. Awful. Dreadful.
Easy. You have nothing to fear now, lass. What did you hear from the barn?
Branches snapping, horses whinnying, yelling, and we tried to flee, but Cooper was hit in the shoulder.
We hid until it was all over. And then, by then, they took some
Well, who were those?
Some of them wore Lord Nebag's colours, but it wasn't his men. We know his men. They ride by the mill often enough, and sometimes stop off for a chat.
So the ambush wasn't the end of it. What happened next?
Like Kuba says, them scoundrels brought some prisoners to the meadow beside the mill.
And that commander of theirs, he had them hanged, one after the other.
Hanged?
Aye.
I'm looking for two friends. The innkeeper told me they were involved. Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein and Henry, his page.
Lord have mercy. They...
Are you sure?
Aye. After what they got up to at the Semine wedding, half the domain knows they was hanged.
My God, there must have been lots of people there.
I'm so...
How can you be so sure? How far away?
I'm just...
I'm asking if you're sure.
Before Almighty God, I mean...
I'll leave you to get some rest. I must find my friends. Dadeus.
Oh, was that Latin?
Aye.
Merciful Mother of God. That's some good... Maybe he'll get better if you...
Of course. Benedictio Domini...
Amen.
Amen. Here, take this and...
All right. Farewell, my friend.
Please, God, make Kuba better again. I beg you.
It's always the common folks.
Greetings.
What's going on?
The lords are having a scrap, but it's always like this.
Take care now.
Yeah! Quick! Go! Good go, Bibi. Good go. Go! Go! Hiya! I'm supposed to take a left at the crossroads. Quick! Tracks lead to the right. I'd better tread carefully. That company must have headed into the thicker forest. They used the trees as cover. Easy! Nice and slow. Wagons. They probably used them to block the way and prevent a retreat. Smart. I should keep my eyes peeled. Good. They rained arrows down on them. Good God, what a bloodbath.
better move on. Those fuckers could come back at any moment.
Bollocks. They've got their hands full bearing.
Let's go down to the mill once the spark is backed on. What do you say? Maybe they'll leave something behind.
Aye, let's do that.
What do you want, fella? Get lost. What? Something bothering you? Keep your eye.
I'll show you.
Ha! We'll finish this quickly.
You know much for us, fucker.
In a flash. Kurva! Now you've had it. Just you wait.
Easy. Nice and slow. God Almighty. Bless their souls. And they blocked their way forward as well. They were trapped. The man who planned this thinks like a true warrior. In any case, the innkeeper wasn't exaggerating. It looks like a Turkish raiding party swept through here.
Stop! What are you after? Hey, I told you quite clearly to stay in the forest. You're welcome to anything you find up top, but stay away.
God be with you, lad. I'm not one of those corpse looters.
Listen, one more step.
Calm down. I don't want any...
Oh? And
The Lord God. And wine. Every now and again.
what are you saying? You're a priest? You don't look like...
I hear that a lot.
So who are you looking...
I'm looking for my friends. And I want to make sure they aren't among the dead. Can you take me to your commander?
All right, follow me. Eric.
Move it, idlers. Bury them properly so the wild animals don't get to them.
Eric!
What are you doing here? You're supposed to be on guard at the mill. I made it quite clear. I want that fucking rabble kept out of here. Who's this? Your pa?
No, sir. He says he's a priest, and he's looking for someone. So I thought...
Quiet! You, speak! Who are you? And who are you looking for?
Godwin. I'm a priest and I'm looking for my friends. or their bodies.
And what exactly do you want from me?
Now that I've introduced myself...
You may have introduced yourself, but I don't know why I should believe you. Whoever heard of a priest?
I get your point. De omnibus est dubitandum. Let's just say I'm whatever I need to be at the moment. A priest, a warrior, a tireless lover. After all, the Lord...
Well, you know how to preach.
I'd like to ask what happened here.
What do you think? And the best side won. Us. Now I've got to clear up this mess.
Sorry, this might sound stupid, but I've just arrived and I've no idea...
The cream of the local fiefdom. That bastard von Burgo threw everything he had at us, but it wasn't enough.
It looks like you crushed them badly. Did you leave any survivors?
I don't think so. So if your pals were against us, you'll find them in that pit there.
I hope not. I don't think you'd throw a nobleman into any old hole.
Nobleman?
Aye, a nobleman. I'm looking for the Lord of Perkstein in this page.
The Lord of Perkstein?
Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, and Henry of Skalitz.
The captain took some prisoners with him, but I've no idea if it's them.
You'd better hope it is.
Right then. My name's Eric, and I'm in command here.
Excellent, Eric. I'd like to see the prisoners. Will you take me to your captain?
We'll see. Have you brought a ransom?
I still don't know if they're dead or alive. So first, I want to see them.
Right, fellas, we'll finish this. If you want to keep your head on your shoulders, clear off on the double. Did you hear what I fucking said? Get lost, or it'll end badly.
I won't take orders from you, you dog! We're outnumbered, but we can take them. And then I'll take you to our prisoners. Deal?
If we survive.
Let's see if you're as good with that sword as with your tongue. Come on then, you assholes!
I'll tear you a new asshole, you fucker!
Should have fucking stayed out of it.
Good!
I'll rip your ass open next! You can't stand up to this! You got him! We'll kick your asses! Get me! Let him have it! Nicely done! Thank you, God! Thank you!
Fucking swine! Fuck! They got what they had coming.
I'd say it's God's punishment. Rick,
You really know how to wield a sword. Tell me, and leave God out of it.
in the Battle of Kosovo. I did a bit of traveling when I was young, and lopped up a few Turkish heads along the...
And you settled down in your old...
Till recently, I was the parish priest in Užice, near Sasau.
Sasau?
Looks to me like you're going to need a bigger hole for the bodies.
We're not gonna dig graves for those fuckers.
It might not please our Lord, but I have no sympathy for them.
Who gives a damn about such scum? Let the stray dogs have.
Anyway, what about...
Still on? I'll take you to the castle, so you can talk to the captain.
What castle?
Nabokov. Although... So tell me, Godwin, why are you looking for those two anyway?
Oh, they're my friends. I hadn't heard from them for a long time, so I set out to find them.
Surely a priest can't leave his parish just like that, can he?
Mother Church isn't happy with me. I sinned.
Does it have anything to do with the way you... Look, that's Nabokov up on the left. It's got a commanding view of the whole valley. Now tell me, do you ride as well as you wield a sword? Let's see. I'll race you there. Yeah!
Yeah! Yeah! Go! Yeah!
Therefore,
Quick!
Open the gate! Where's the chief? I brought him a guest.
Just now he's interrogating some captives.
Call him. I believe they're still alive. You're in luck.
I hope so.
What is it, Eric? I'm busy.
This here is Father Goodwin. For a priest, he's handier with a sword than most of your men.
He helped us against some bandits.
And he's looking for Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein.
Well, well. This is quite a turn-up. I've just had a very interesting chat with this Capon. And your Istvan. Now I think I want to have a chat with you. Go and wait for me in the tower.
God be with you, Captain. I expect you're the master of this fortress.
You surmise correctly. Who are you? And to what do I owe the honor of your visit?
As your man-at-arms Eric said, I'm Father Godwin. I'm in the service of Sir Hanush of Lipa, and I'm looking for his nephew.
Hanush of Lipa, eh? Interesting. Did I hear correctly that you're a priest? You don't look the part.
Ne credas aurum, quid resplendent ut aurum. Perhaps not, but I am. And who are you, sir?
You don't need to know my name. I'm a knight, and that should be enough for you.
Conversing with a man without knowing his name is a little awkward. But so be it. Am I to understand, Sir Knight, that young Lord Capon is alive and well and is in your captivity?
You understand correctly. And he's in better shape than I am. I don't have this bandaged eye for fashion. That page of his did this to me.
It doesn't pay to underestimate that one. He's one of the few who can hold his own with me, whether sword fighting or boozing.
Boozing? You're a proper priest, then.
Unfortunately, the bishop had other ideas.
I have a feeling that's just one chapter in your colored history.
Indeed. But this isn't the time or place for recounting adventures. You have my friends, and I want them back. So what do we do about that?
Straight to the point, eh? You're a man after my own heart. So what do you propose?
First of all, I'd like to see them, to make sure they're safe and sound as you claim.
They're both fine, for now. You have my word.
The word of an unknown knight? That's as much use to me as
the word of a dubious priest with a bloody sword in one hand and a wineskin in the other is to me.
Well, let me put it another way, Sir Knight. I don't know what happened here exactly, who you are, or what your quarrel with Otto von Bergau is. But I guarantee you that those two greenhorns won't interfere with your plans, and you've no reason to hold them.
I'll have you know, these two greenhorns came with Otto von Bergov's army to conquer this fortress. And they were the most dogged of all his men. And I have to admit, the best as well, as my eye can testify.
I've no idea how they got mixed up in everything. But they only came here to deliver a message. As you no doubt well know, Lord von Bergau is on the opposite side of the Lord of Lipa. So if that pair joined up with him, they must have had a damn good reason for it, believe me. But that's by the by. It's over and done with. Release them. I'll take them away and Sir Hanush will be in your debt.
Tell me, father, what price does Sir Hanush put on his nephew?
I have no idea.
Then why are you here?
I'm supposed to bring them back. I was afraid at first that if anyone was going to hold them captive, it'd be von Bergau, and I'd have to party with him. Ah, well. Man proposes, and God disposes.
This whole story of yours sounds to me rather suspicious. How much? Maybe I should throw you in the same cell.
Excellent! At least I'd get to see them with my own eyes, and not have to put up with any more horse shit from a lying cyclops!
Enough! To hell with you! You've got no ransom, and you don't want a parley. So we're done here. Be glad I'll...
You won't get rid of me that easily! Rebellion! They're attacking!
I came here to get them, and that's what I'm gonna do.
Looks like you know how to use a blade.
Fighting Turks will teach you that.
Hungary?
Kosovo.
If you help me, I'll let them go.
Up and at them! Kill them to the last man! Nice! Shit!
I'll kill you for that! You won't get me!
There's more of them! You'll be sorry, fucker! I'll hack your ass off!
Penalty for rebellion!
Right on the noggin!
You'll die for that, you bastard!
Die, you swine!
Oh, for Christ's sake!
Watch out! It's a rebellion!
No mercy! Whether you're a priest or not, I have to...
Likewise.
Looks like those friends of yours were right. Von Bergov's spies infiltrated us. Istvan Toth and that Eric of his.
Eric? Where is Eric?
Fuck! To the captives, quick! Before it's
I hope Hanush has enough coin to pay the ransom for you. As for you, well, we'll see about you.
You! Tough! You swine! You're lucky I can't get to you, you treacherous cunt! Bark at me, you dog! Who the hell do you think you are? Where's my sword? Who is this? Madman! Surely you're not gonna listen to some vagabond? What, but you think you should listen to Sigismund's bitch? Enough!
What's he talking about?
You clearly don't know your own men. Although this one is Sigismund's man. We've already had the honor.
They're making up shit to avoid the gallows!
So that's why you were so keen to avoid that battle.
We were defending the castle as you ordered!
Throw him in the cell with Nebak.
I'm sure you'll get on just fine together.
You're making a terrible mistake!
We'll see about that.
Zhishka, you want it at the gate?
Shit, I'm not done with you yet.
What do you want here, you swine? I'm doing what I do best, and you're getting in my way again. Fate, I suppose. We have the same... fairy godmothers. Whores.
You dog! You're in the mood for jokes? After what you did here in the fortress? Give me one good reason I shouldn't strangle you on the spot.
Strangling your rescuer would be a mistake, Yaramir. A big mistake. And most likely a mortal sin.
Rescuer? What are you on about?
Why do you think you're still alive? Thanks to me. I persuaded Zhishka not to get rid of you for good.
Don't listen to him. He's a liar and a traitor to this land.
And a loyal servant of King Sigismund and our Sir Otto von Burgau. Just like you, sir. Or am I mistaken?
Otto von Burgau?
Indeed. While these two support that drunken, good-for-nothing Wenceslas, like that bastard Zhishka.
Why did you help him then?
It was a direct order from Sir Otto.
What order?
Gain Zhishka's trust and stop his perfidious raiding once and for all. Unfortunately, getting away from here in time and warning Sir Otto about the trap was harder than I expected. And that's why I'm locked up here now. In any case, you wouldn't be alive without me. Believe me, sir.
Where's my sword?
Your sword? You're still bothered about that? I have to admit, your father did a good job on it, though.
You won't look so pleased with yourself when I'm gutting you with that sword.
I'm not sure you'll get the opportunity to be, if either of us has a chance of getting out of here alive.
Don't try it on. You fled from Talmberg like a thrashed dog. And if it's true you're working for von Burgov, you haven't done too well. All your men are dead, and you're here in a cell.
For the time being, wait and see.
Ha! I get the feeling you touched a nerve there, Henry. This vermin doesn't have a backup plan.
I'll be free before you know.
And how do you...
Surprisingly, I have better prospects than you two. And waiting for a ransom is only the last resort.
Who would pay a ransom?
Don't tell anyone, but how about the man who sent me here? And he's close by. Unlike Lord Hanush is at the other end of the country.
Zhishka would have to be out of his mind to
Really? People like Zhishka know coin is more important than revenge. You can't pay a band of mercenaries with nice feelings. Besides, seeing what happened, I don't think Zhishka is going to want to stay long. And I wouldn't expect him to wait around until a messenger brings a ransom from Ratai. One way or another, he won't have any need for you. Either of you. And that's when my... Are you afraid?
I'm gonna get you.
No one's yet built the gallows I'll swing from, boy.
I don't think Henry's planning to hang you. It's more likely to rip your gut open. And I'll be glad to help him.
When did you start recruiting Radzig's people, Eric?
What's the matter? Lost your tongue?
I think he was looking for this.
You swine! Ugh.
You better hope your father pays a nice fat ransom.
Rot in hell! Ugh.
Eric! We're just about to do some gutting.
There's no time for it.
There's always time for this.
No, we've got to flee now.
There'll be time when we meet again. What the fuck was that?
Fuck it!
Praise be to our Lord Jesus Christ. Gentlemen!
It's Godwin!
You know, I thought I'd be carrying your bodies home. Can you even deliver a letter?
I will get those fuckers.
They're riding to Trusky. You were right.
All you had to do was trust us.
Trust you? When you came at me with von Bergov's army? Sorry, but my eye doesn't see it that way.
Maybe we wouldn't have come at anyone with an army if they hadn't tried to kill us earlier, and weren't cozying up with that bastard Istvan.
There might be some truth in that. We got off on the wrong foot, all right. But it seems we have a lot to say to each other.
Too right. I have to admit I'm getting a bit lost in all this mess.
You're not the only one.
Well, let's start with you, Captain. You know all of us, but we don't know you from Adam.
I am Jan of Trotsnov, also known as Zhishk. These days in the service of Jan Sokol of Lamberg and Margrave Prokop of Luxembourg.
Prokop? Jobst of Luxembourg's brother? What a coincidence. We're here at Jobst's instigation.
Well, Sir Hans, the problem is Prokop is at this very moment in Sigismund's jail in Pressburg on account of Jobst's treachery, which doesn't exactly make us allies.
We know about his past, but it seems he's changed his mind and sided with King Wenceslas. After all, we came here to try to make Lord von Bergov and the League of Lords turn against Sigismund.
Jobst can be very convincing, and then all of a sudden his dagger's in your back. I've seen him twist and turn so many times that I don't believe a word he says. Be that as it may, what you said means we, here and now, really are on the same side.
Aye. But what I want to know is how it came about that instead of delivering a letter, those boys joined our enemy.
How? We had a common enemy, that's how. As soon as we arrived, we were attacked by Zizka here and his men. They murdered our company, took our message, and on top of that, they had Istvan with them.
And Istvan was actually working for von Bergov all this time.
Where did you pick up that bastard, Zizka?
When I came here, I was putting together a band and he turned up, along with Eric and a couple of others.
You recruited him? Just like that?
Lord Capon, when you do what I do, you don't get to choose from the best, but the worst. And he was good at our trade. So good, I didn't notice he was setting me up.
How did Semyon come to join you?
Von Berghoff is a bad master, and you're not the only ones who don't like what Sigismund's doing in Bohemia. It wasn't hard finding allies who hate him. The same with the miller, though he had lots of other incentives as well.
If there's one thing I can't figure out, it's how come you suddenly turned up here, Godwin?
Or would you rather I hadn't?
Certainly not. You came at just the right time. A positive godsend.
I have the feeling it wasn't God who sent you, but my guardian Hanush, eh?
He dropped by to see me just as the bishop was kicking me out of my parish. He said you'd been gone suspiciously long, and I was wondering where I was going to live. So we made a deal that I'd go and check up on you.
That was a good idea, I must say.
I think so too. For a while, I was worried I'd have to take you home in sex.
What are we gonna do now?
We can't stay here. God knows what plots those fuckers are hatching right now. We should get ready to leave. Von Berghoff may have lost lots of men, but he won't take this lying down. Word will get out about his humiliation, and the League of Lords will come to his aid.
Where will we go?
I don't know yet. What about that Jobst of yours? Should you send word to him?
He's still somewhere in Brandenburg.
So the best thing would be for all of us to go back to Ratai. Wouldn't you like to join us, Zizka?
That sounds like a plan.
You see? Oh, and would you like me to take another look at your eye? An open wound is the last thing you want on a journey.
Is medicine another of your skills? On top of sword fighting, boozing, and...
Giving the last rites isn't the only thing I can do for...
All right, then. You could look at the bandage for a start. The stench bothers me more than...
Sorry about your eye.
You're lucky it was this one. It must be cursed. I almost lost it as a child already. And then you came along. Still, I have no one to blame for challenging you and taking... I'll hand out orders and come and join you in the fort. Sir Hans can take you there.
Oh, fucking hell. God. Holy shit!
Don't worry. I'm sure it doesn't look half as bad as it feels.
It started to fester. I'll have to clean that out.
Just get it over with. survive?
With God's help.
That's not what I asked.
The wound isn't deep. As long as it doesn't fester, it'll be all right.
So, he won't go blind?
He won't lose his eye. He just needs to get a good night's sleep.
We all do. We're leaving early in the morning before von Burgov comes and...
Can we help somehow?
Aye. Go to bed, and no more fight. And keep your hands off our Clara. Got it? But if you really want to be useful, you can help bluster low.
I think I know where we're most needed. I'm going to need your help.
Leave me out of it. I'm still seeing stars from that bang to my head.
I'll be happy to help.
We should say a few words for those who can no longer dig their grave.
God bless.
very long day today. Thank God we managed to survive until evening at least. Now it's time to go to those who were not so lucky.
At least they now have eternal... peace from everything, and they don't have to choose a lesser evil.
By the lesser evil, do you mean our new ally whose eye you almost put out?
I'd like to hear what you think of him.
I think deep down he's a good fella. It's just, well, he tends to overdo the whole notion of the end justifying the means.
And that's bad.
It's never good to accept death as a permanent part of your life. If you don't watch out, you'll end up drowning in all that spilt blood. Well, maybe all these hardships will be for the best in the end. Everything has a reason. In the end, we're the lucky ones. We're still alive, unlike others, eh?
Some of them might have fallen even by my hand.
I understand. Trust me, it's all the same to them now. The best thing you can do for their souls, and yours, to find peace, is to dig graves for them. But enough of that. We still have another burning question here. Why did Von Berghoff come with you to battle in person? Hurry up!
He was expecting an important visitor. I just heard it was someone from Prague.
That doesn't help us at all. Prague is full of politicians and traitors. Well, it seems that has nothing to do with what happened here. We're here! Would you please take care of those poor wretches and lay them to rest? In the meantime, I'll pray for the salvation of their souls.
I can't do this without a spade.
Christe eleison. Kyrie.
Who's looking after the church?
Well, whoever it is.
Wait, so you weren't kidding?
I'm afraid not. That little evening escapade of ours, and your sermon in the church, didn't escape the bishops.
Ah. Someone turned you in, eh?
Let's just say I've had a running dispute with our bailiff for quite some time now.
So what are you gonna do now?
I don't know. Maybe I should earn a living.
Why?
But I'm too old for that.
Ah, that's called experience, Godwin. Do you know anything about Therese?
You mean that nice girl who saved your life in the room?
Aye. If she hadn't, so do you know what she's up to?
Why? Did you?
Well, like you said, she's a kind girl. I'd like to see her again when we get back to...
I didn't hear anything new about her in these last few days. But if she likes you, I'm sure...
Do you know where I can sleep?
You'll find your bed in that tiny little hut, right past the gateway to the lower castle.
Do you think we did enough?
We did what was...
That's good.
Oh, come now, you're young. You can't be all that worn out. I have something that'll get...
Oh, Godwin...
No, wait. You'll see. It'll kick your arse feet.
I think I'll lie down and wait for it.
Come to the castle moat. I'll...
I'm sorry.
What would you like?
I'll have...
I hope you'll be satisfied. My friend.
Where can I sleep?
I reckon, but I'm sure there's a place for you in the lower castle. You'll find a free bed in the cabin right past the gate. Wish you a blessed evening. God be with you, my friend. Greetings.
Well, are you ready? You really have to try this.
What's going on?
This'll interest you. Our friend here will show you what his
It's called a pistol. You'll see some. With this contraption, as you call it, you can shoot down a knight in armor, horse.
I've already seen what it can do. A weapon like that.
Let's not worry about that. You have a unique chance to try it out. From the right end for a change.
Have you ever shot
me? But at the Battle of Kosovo, I witnessed what damaged bronze bells filled with black powder.
I've heard of those. Those must have been bombards. A terrible weapon.
Is that
That's right. It's Schwarzpulver. It may stink, but it's damn flammable.
And pretty explosive if you don't know how to use it, eh? How do you shoot with
It's not that hard.
It'd be better.
A pistol is not all that complicated. It has a metal barrel in the front and you hold it. First you load the powder in the barrel, and then the ball, and you plug it up with a piece of cloth or parchment. Sheep's wool is also good, because it doesn't get wet, but then it's hard to clean the weapon after. As soon as it's loaded, you put the stock under your shoulder, and you light it with a wick. Just watch out for the recoil. You have to use a wide stance. Otherwise...
Oh, that doesn't sound bad, does it?
Good. Careful now. I don't want to have to go looking.
You look like you're all in one piece, so you'll surely be...
That's true. So far, I've only had to have 2 fingers stitched back.
What?
But don't worry. I'm sure beginner's luck will protect...
Maybe a prayer would help more.
Good idea.
So let's...
What an invention! Ha! Look and learn. My God, this really is a diabolical contraption. Holy balls! What a load of...
Hitting something with that would take a miracle.
It's a miracle we still have both our arms.
Aye! I once saw it rip a bloke's face off along with her.
Such an accurate shot.
None. He was the one doing the
Sweet mother.
A diabolical...
I told you so. This is...
My ears are still...
Well, that's why I'll be keeping to the tried and trusted ways. All right, then. Thanks for the... We have a long journey ahead of us tomorrow. You do what you want, but keep out of...
Hey, you! Why are you gawking at me like a daft cunt? I should have shot you right off. And don't... Hey, you! Why are you gawking at me like a daft cunt? I should have shot you right off. And don't pretend you can't hear me. What is it? Lost for words? What?
Michael sent...
What? But I don't need a... You lot killed many of our good men this morning. I feel like...
I don't want any more. I helped bury your dead.
Really? I saw you going...
His name's Godwin.
Well, that's good. This way they at least...
Aye. Godwin...
Well, take the sacks next to the cart and throw them up. I'm sorry. I tell you, man, you certainly are a hard worker. Let's forget all that shit from before, huh? It's all good. What do you say?
All right. I was happy to help, but you owe me one.
Of course. If you ever need anything, let me know.
Come on up. There's a nice view from here.
I'll be right with you.
There's a beautiful view of the sunset from here. And the only thing I want now is for it to set, and for this fucking day...
It was a hard blood...
I swear, I don't know how many more times we're gonna have to change sides before Lux...
Look on the bright side. I hear we're going back to Rat...
Great. I'll be glad to see the back of Trotsky and fucking von Berghoff one, though I'd rest easier if he was dead. I was humiliated, ambushed, wounded, just because I was trying to do the response...
You did what you could. It's just that
Exactly. Even Hanush will have to admit our mission couldn't have succeeded under the circumstances. Either way, I'll never forget. Well, now it's all over. So...
If you have anything to bet...
Don't worry about me. What about you?
Thanks for your concern, but I...
Maybe... Enough talk. Let's... Oh, Fortuna. May the best player win. Kurva! God's holy britches.
Because I cheat disgracefully? Because you play so...
Oh, right, that's it. All the blame is on my... Come one, come all. Lord Capon of Perkstein is on trial again.
And you drew quite a crowd last time.
Oh, my God. I'd rather... Aye. All our problems...
Oh, so no more talk of politics?
Indeed. But I might just have learned something after...
And can I hear this...
I have arrived at the conclusion that a bad day, and it doesn't mean your whole life. And also, things always look better. The sooner I lie down, the better chance there is of nothing else.
Not a chance, you idiots!
Who are you calling an idiot?
Only an idiot would waste bandages on those highborn fuckers.
They're injured, just like our...
Enough.
And what's it to you, eh?
I've been told not to treat those wounded prisoners in the cellar.
Keep your nose out of this, mate.
Who are you talking?
They brought in 2 noblemen who survived the massacre.
Herman, Littlehead.
Aye, that's him. He took a good thrashing, and these 2 won't...
Shut your trap, and don't stick your nose where...
I'm afraid I have bad news.
Of course.
Exactly. He said you Trotsky folks and...
First of all, I'm not from Trotsky. I'm a blacksmith. I can set bones. I can help you with those. I reckon Clara can hardly handle it on her own.
Thanks a bloody...
You should have told us right away that you're a... You'll also come in useful to our men. A lot of them are...
But I'm warning you. If anyone dies on you... Let's go, Jakey.
Thanks for sticking up for those prisoners, Henry.
I just stood up for my friends. Besides...
But our people will think you're a traitor.
I would have been more of a traitor if I'd left those 2 to their fate. By the way, thanks for taking care of...
It's not like I had much of a choice. I wasn't going...
You're incredible, you know. The fellas at the fortress surely have no idea what
A treasure smeared with blood that smells of bile.
Ah, they should bow to you. How many of them have you sent?
How would I know? I'm no priest, just an ordinary girl who knows a bit about herbs and can use a needle.
Oh, like I said.
Gratitude. Besides, didn't you just say you'd...
Is there anything I can do to...
Like what? Can you even do anything other than wave that...
I'm sorry, Clara.
There are a lot of injured here that probably won't survive the night without help.
I know a bit of...
In that case, I'll go and prepare some more medicine and make a round visit. In the meantime, you go to the lower castle. There are more men there who need to be...
What are their names?
Mark and poor old... You'll find medicine and bandages in the chest in my cabin. And if you have any questions...
Henry, you don't know how glad I am.
Sam! Is that you, lad? Oh, well...
How are you doing?
It's not as bad as it looks.
Aye, they gave us a proper thrashing.
I thought you were dead.
It was a horrible massacre. They even hanged a few people when they found out they weren't going to get a ransom.
Bollocks! They hanged them to a...
Fuck it. And...
Father Godwin and Emissary...
So you got a break. People like you usually end up...
It's the first time I've heard of a lord paying ransom for a commoner.
Well, this commoner is lucky to be his father.
Aha! So you're a lord's bastard. At least this...
Aye.
I don't know.
And I dare say she even...
I see you're injured. But don't worry.
Clara?
Aye. She knows all...
Thanks for not leaving us high and...
Aye. Thanks for...
Hang in there.
Take care, sir.
Is there something else I can do for you?
No, I have everything I need.
Where did they wound you, Mark?
I'm all right. I just have a headache.
Maybe a strong elixir would do the trick.
Is that real?
Even a healing potion isn't a cure-all. I'll still have to...
Come on, I'm fine.
You're talking bollocks.
I'm just really tired. I need some sleep. Leave me alone and go and...
You threw up and you got a bloody wound on your left leg and you're talking nonsense. I'll take...
come on, I'm...
Is there a cut under all that blood on your head? You've got a cut and some bruising.
What do I know? It was one hit after...
I see you've got a cut.
Aye.
It could get infected. All right. I'll bandage your wounds and maybe bring you a potion.
Aye.
I'll try to treat you.
You sure?
I'll clean that. I reckon you could use something stronger.
Aye.
Good. I'm gonna dress you. I'll just wrap it around here.
Sakra.
Finished. I could use... This will put you back on your feet. I'll try to find...
Aye.
I reckon we're done here. I treated you the best I cleaned and dressed your wounds, but you have a concussion.
Aye, I know. I could really use some sharp...
You're spouting nonsense, but that's the concussion talking. Hopefully... I came to treat you. What happened to you?
I took a blow to the ribs, and my right leg hurts like...
Let me take a look.
Just be careful, all right?
Don't worry, my friend. You've got a bruise on your chest and some dried blood.
Oh. Well, that doesn't sound...
No, but you also have a pretty
And...
I don't know yet. Let me have a look at your rib.
And...
It's not too serious. I'll just have to clean, otherwise you could get an ugly infection. I'll take a look. Nothing too serious. If we bandage it up nice and tight...
Oh.
I could give you...
You know...
But not even a... All right, your ankle, a buck's blood potion would do you good. Or at least some chamomile for your ankle.
Aye. But a drink would really hit the spot. I'm thirsty.
Let's get to it. I'll give you...
About...
Here's something to... I'll clean that... Aye. This should clean the wound.
Christ, I hope you know what you're doing.
The main thing is that it does what it's supposed... I'll bind there.
Ah,
all done.
Thanks.
Well, that's... I'll rub...
You think that...
This should help the swelling.
Oh.
All right. I'll treat it.
Christ.
Are you the What do you want from me? We didn't herd sheep together, so bugger off.
What the hell's the matter?
If you don't stop staring at me, I'll... For my brother, too!
Wait, what happened to Steer?
Bloody hell.
The last time I was here, he spoke fondly of you.
Aye. He knew his way around a smith. Wait, you're a...
Aye.
Ours only drank, and then he... But look, if you're a blacksmith and our ally now too, I reckon you could give me a hand with something.
What's the matter?
Apart from having a barrel full of scrap here that's supposed to be repaired by tomorrow, there's absolutely fuck all.
As a black...
Well, you came at just the right time then. There's a pile of iron in that barrel over there that needs fixing up before...
All right.
You'll... The lads were... That should do it.
Sharp as a razor. That's one sharp blade.
What are you here for?
I'll repair it.
Bloody hell. Actually, I reckon I couldn't even do it in a year. All they're good for is bashing people's skulls in.
My hand's Here you go, Bull.
Bloody hell. Thanks, mate. And this is for you.
Is there something else I can do for you?
No, I have everything.
I'm sorry.
You take care.
Aye, that would be me, unfortunately. I'm just...
What's wrong? Are they injured from...
Aye, that too. One of them, she wasn't as lucky. Sacra. I almost shot you at that mill this... You're bloody lucky, How did it all happen, anyway? Why were you with that bastard?
That's a long story.
Well, I have some horses in the stable. If we're gonna go anywhere to steer, the blacksmith is dead. And his brother can't even... All I need is enough to shoe that the 2 horseshoes I found lying around...
You're in luck. All right.
Don't tell. I'll be with you, good sir.
This'll take a bit longer. Well, I'm about halfway done. I've almost got it done. Now I just have to temper it.
How can I help?
Show me.
I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
This is almost done. All finished. You're in.
Do you normally carry that much iron?
Happy to.
No, I'll shoe the horses myself. Here's some. Thanks a lot, my. Farewell, my friend.